before the long-term commitment, before the now I know that the girl is great, the part of giving her money because you like her, there's a lot of conversation that has become a thing in Nigeria with women, and to be honest with men, but it's always women people talk about. And so people are saying that in itself is immoral for a woman to sleep with a man because of what she's going to get from him is immoral. So whether it turns into something marriage later is irrelevant. Why are you collecting money from man?
Okay. See what I would say, right? We all have ways we express our love. If I've met a man and the way he wants to express his love to me is by sending me money and giving me gifts, it is not a bad thing. Again, if it is not hurting his family, if he's not a married man, if he's not in a relationship, they break. But if he's not a married man, I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just, it is. I think people are hypocrites.
Right.
At the end of the day. How many people would, I'm not endorsing sex for money. I'm not saying you're an adult, do whatever you want to do.
Are you saying sex for money is bad?
Yes. I don't endorse sex for money.
Right.
I don't endorse sex for money because I wouldn't have sex with somebody just because of money alone. No. But I would have sex with somebody that is financially, he can take care of me amongst other things. Emotionally, he can take care of me. He can take care of my heart, can take care of my happiness, can make me happy. He just happens to have money. There's nothing wrong with that. But if it is just strictly sex for money, I don't want to, because that's how some people make their money, and I don't want to talk down on them.
Do you think that the people, you said Nigerians are hypocritical, do you think that people who talk about this are hypocritical or being moral?
I think a lot of people are hypocritical, to be honest. I don't think that they're upset that, it's not that transactional sex, like, have sex with me and pay is bad. Yes, everybody, I think it's bad too, yes. But I don't think that's what people really have a problem with.
Okay.
I think what they really have a problem with is a woman just saying financial stability is one of the things I require to be with a man. I think that's what they have a problem with. I think they want you to say, I would struggle, I would love you in your brokenness. But the truth is not everybody wants to love you in your brokenness. That's just the truth. And everybody's entitled, everybody has a right to their standards and what they want. If you are saying that financial stability is one of the things you need in a partner, I do not think that that's a bad thing.
Right.
If you would say, you know what, I wouldn't be with you because right now, financial, amongst other things, this part is very important to me and you don't have it, I don't think that's a bad thing at all. Because I think when women say, I need a man that has money, I don't think, I don't know, I can't speak for every woman, but I'll speak for myself because I say that a lot.
Right.
And the truth is, I wouldn't be with a broke man. That's just the honest truth.
Right.
So anybody can be mad at me for that because I'm not a broke woman myself, right? So if I say that I need a man that has money, it is not because I'm materialistic and I want Gucci and I want, Louis Vuitton and all that. It is because I need financial security.
Right.
I want to know that, one day if I'm in a fix and I cannot come through for myself, I can ask my partner. I want to know that my kids and I will not be sleeping one day and the landlord will come and knock on the door and say, leave the house because your rent has not been paid. I want to know that you have a plan for us. I want to know that I can put my future and the future of my kids in your hands. And, you will take care of us while I'm also making the money.
Why can't you be the financial security for the man?
At the end of the day, I believe that, there's a primary role a man should play and there's a primary role a woman should play. That's what I believe. I don't know if you call me traditional or whatever. I think the man should provide for the family. I think the woman should nurture and take care of the home.
Right.
That is our primary assignment, right? Now, the woman should support. I would always support my partner. If my partner, is having a downtime, say, babe, I need money for this or I need to invest, of course, by all means. But I'm not going to be the one paying the rent in the house. Like, that's not going to be my job. Like, no, I'm not gonna be with a man that I have to pay the rent, I have to pay the children's school fees. No, I want a man that will pay the children's school fees, but when he's having a downtime, then I support. I want to be the woman that takes care of the home. Yeah, because I don't expect my man to come and do that part. And even if, when I'm saying taking care of the home, even if, to be honest, I'm not going to be cooking every night and, sweeping, but I am the type of woman that would make sure that even though I'm not physically doing it, I would employ people and I would pay those people because it is my primary job to take care of the home. I would pay those people to, take care of the home, and I would supervise them and make sure that the home is taken care of. And I think that the man should do his own part too. That's it.
You did talk about being, what's it called? Maybe you're traditional.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of women who would obviously disagree with you and say that that's why they are fighting the patriarchy, because both men and women, anybody can play any role in the relationship and the marriage, and it's time for women to snap out of that mindset. I
think to each its own, but I also think that when you try to take away gender roles, you kind of offset the balance a little bit. That's what I think. I think women in our natural states, want to be taken care of, want to be, and that's not just to say financially, even emotionally, everything. We want to really be submissive in our natural states. So when you take a woman from a natural state and you make her become the provider, she's not gonna give you that, respect. You cannot tell me, as I'm coming back from home, from work, and as I'm making this money, I should come and pay the landlord, and I should come and pay the children's school fees, and still expect me to now still, respect you and say, my lord, and still come and serve your food. No. So if I'm doing that part, then you serve my food. That's just the way it works. Yeah. So I think that we all have our strengths, and it's just better to play to our strengths. Right. Now, if you have a family that the woman happens to be making more money and she doesn't mind being with a man that, is making less, that's completely fine. That's good for them. I'm speaking for myself. Yeah. I wouldn't do that. I want to support my partner while he provides for us, and I take care of the home.
So if you fell in love with a broke man, what will happen?
It won't happen. It won't happen. I won't fall in love with a broke man. I'm telling you.
Essentially, what you've described for some people is the essence of if there's a male role and there's a female role. And essentially, what some people say is that, well, what tradition is, when people that say marriage is slavery, say essentially what it is the woman gives her emotional needs and her physical body and all of that in exchange for security and stability from the man. That if we think of it in that way, it becomes kind of transactional. And if it is that, if the man has the role of providing, the man has the role of taking care of the man and the family, then really what is different between that and an ordinary transactional relationship?
Because the man's job is not just to provide financially. When you say the man is providing, people think about provision as just financial. It's emotional also. It is when you're the head of the family, you are not just giving the woman money. You are taking care of her emotional needs. You're making sure that she's happy at home. She's happy enough to take care of the home. She's happy, like, you're meeting her emotional needs, you're meeting her financial needs. So it's very different from transactional sex. Transactional sex is pay me money, it's just money. Being the head of the family goes beyond money. What you're providing goes beyond money. What you're providing is a safe space for your family to be happy, for your children to grow up in a space where they're happy. I saw my father and my mother, and my dad was making money, my mom was making money, but my dad would always say, it is my job to take care of the bills at home. When I'm having a downtime and I need you, you can support. The only thing my mom would pay for is, she would always say, because it is my job to take care of the home, I will pay for the help. I will pay for the cleaners. I'll pay because that should be my job. I'll make sure that, the home is taken care of. But when you talk about the actual bills, the man would do it. And he would also do other things like take care of like your emotional needs, make sure that the woman feels loved, so it's very different from that transactional relationship.